excited to have you in because I know more about you than most do because I have the incredible opportunity to work with your dad. But you are such a talented singer. I'm just going to shower you.
Go on, do it.
Oh no, stop it, don't. But no, like you have such a beautiful voice. I got the opportunity to see your show last year, I believe it was. And the way that you phrase things and the warmth of your tone is just delicious.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Much.
But then you
that's such a singer review.
Yes, exactly.
The words that you use. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
Well, no, you guys will get to hear it because we've twisted Bonnie's arm. We're going to get some live music.
Yeah.
But no, you sent me through your bio, and you've been performing professionally since you were 11.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the start. We're doing getting to know you. How did the love of music begin?
It really did begin. Both my parents are musicians, so I always had great music around me. I think the origin, me and my mum like to debate on this. Not debate, but I think almost the origin of the kind of the jazz showgirl big band energy was. She actually, when I was in the womb, when she was pregnant with me, she would be doing big band gigs.
Yes.
So I would be having these, in the womb, trumpet, blaring chords.
Yep.
I think it was, pre-birth, I think
Wow.
almost.
You were absorbing it from a fetus.
Yeah, I was absorbing it.
Yes.
Up until that point.
In utero brainwashing.
Absolutely, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
So that's when we say it really did start at the very beginning.
It really did.
From conception.
I wonder what music was playing at that point.
Let's not go down that path. I don't understand that, Bonnie.
Yeah.
But no, so it started young, and then so you've had experience singing a lot of jazz and singing with big bands, and you've also gotten to do a lot of like international like performances and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So how did you know that jazz was your kind of niche, your pocket?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I just really fell in love with the nuance of the expressing love, as well as and also the beautiful storytelling and the beautiful music. I think I really fell in love with Blossom Dearie to begin it all, and she just moved me, and I didn't really know why, but I just kept listening, and it was just the way she'd interpret songs, and I think the way I think about singing is that you are an interpreter, so it's that thing of, I think why I really was drawn to jazz is they are incredible songs that have held up for so long and can be reinterpreted and interpreted many, many times because of that fact. And I think that's, I think that is why I really am drawn to it, because of how meaty they are, they've got so much in them.
They've stood the test of time.
Absolutely.
And they're the songs that so many icons have covered and have done versions of, that you go, well, it can't be like poppy rubbish. So it's got to come and go.
It stayed around for a reason. I totally feel that way, yeah.
Are there songs that you interpret into a jazz form from maybe a pop or a rock kind of background originally?
Yeah, it's interesting. I've never actually done that, but I've had thoughts. I don't know. Maybe I'm not there yet. I think. Yeah, I haven't done that, but I'm not ruling it out. But I think just for now, I think I'm more interested in just learning as much in my repertoire of the form first, and then I can expand. But
really biting into the standards first.
And absolutely.
Before we go into like the postmodern jukebox sort of vibe.
Yes.
That absolutely makes sense. But no, going back to, we mentioned it earlier that you've had the opportunity to perform overseas. Like you've performed at the Edinburgh Fringe Fest, which A, iconic, go you. But B, you performed south of France, cabaret clubs in London. Like you've kind of hit up the little European tour. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I did the Fringe Festival a couple years ago now in Edinburgh for a month. And whilst I was there, it was me and my dad. And whilst I was there, we also did Crazy Cocks in London, in the Brasserie.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. It was incredible cabaret room. Absolutely beautiful. And then we had also done in this little village in the south of France that we were staying at. My dad is a great he's a great manager. So
Yes.
he does find the gigs wherever we are, even if it's on holiday.
Awesome. Wow, always
But
at
then
work.
it's a working holiday and a tax write off. It all makes sense.
Exactly. So yeah, but for the Fringe, that was really just getting flying hours. It was just me and my dad, and I did it in a room with no mic.
Wow.
In this big room. But I could definitely do it. I mean, I know how to project, which is good.
No, you've got a big voice.
Yeah. But it was an incredible experience. I learned so much. I think as well, it's such a huge festival. Is there like over 3,000 shows?
Yeah.
It's mammoth, yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's huge. And even really having to learn how to, fly. I'd never really learned how to, work for my
It's a
footing.
slog.
It's a slog, absolutely. And
Soul destroying part of gigging,
Totally. I'm like,
chasing people down the streets being like, come on, show please.
oh God. And you just don't really think about it. But I learned heaps. I mean, I had like no people, 2 people, then I had 20 people, then I had 5 people, then I had 3, then I had 14. It just goes all around. I was talking to a friend actually. My first, because it's because you do the whole month, so it's like 25 shows or something.
Oh God, that's epic.
Yeah,
it's
no joke. Yeah, it's the whole month of August.
God, it's not bloody Ursula Carlson who does 3 shows and sells out every day and goes home.
No. Yeah, it's a big one. But yeah, so I think I don't think I did that. I think I ended up doing 23 shows. But the
23 out of 25 is a solid effort, sister.
Jesus. I got sick at the end, so I just said, I should stop there.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take care of myself.
Yeah, I'll just stop there. But no, the first one, I had 0 people turn up. And so we would just go, okay, and on we go. Just another dress rehearsal.
Yep.
No, but it was great though. I mean, that was the only one that I had 0, so that was good.
That's good.
Cool.
That's great.
That's good. Like you said,
all up
another
from
dress
there.
rehearsal.
Up from there, exactly.
Exactly.
How about we hear some music? We have, actually, no, you know what? Let's just do it now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about singing?
Sure.
What are we gonna start with?
I guess it's your choice, Bonnie. What do you feel like?
Well, I was just talking. We should do Funny Valentine.
Yes, and before we get into it though, I just want Bonnie to introduce it like she does in her show.
Oh, okay.
I saw her show last year and this song stuck in my brain because of the way that you introduce it, and I have told so many people like when I saw Bonnie Thorn and the way she introduced My Funny Valentine is just iconic because it's so relatable. So
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
So I'd go to, has anyone dated anyone ugly before?
Yes!
Anyone, I know I have in the past. A few of us. Yeah, so this is for all of the ugly lovers. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me. Not if you really care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay.
Woo!
Oh, amazing.
Yes!
Wrong, Rach.
I know, I didn't lie.
No.
I'm not a liar.
No, definitely not. That was amazing. How does it feel?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm sure as a singer you just get up there and just do it, don't you? You don't think, you just perform.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I'm putting words in your mouth because I'm a singer and I've got no idea what I'm talking about.
I agree. I mean, I think, yeah, I do think there gets to a point where you just, maybe nerves is the wrong, it's less about nerves and more just, I guess maybe it's about trust in yourself.
Yes.
When you know something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not I think you always get nervous, but maybe you have more of a trust in
I know
yourself.
exactly what you're talking about. Like you have, I don't know if you have it the same, but for the first kind of few bars, I kind of have the nerves, and then I go, I found this pocket, and I know I've got it, and we're all good, we're golden. And
Absolutely.
you have the same, you just, oh my God, your tone is just stunning, and your phrasing, and it's beautiful.
That's very kind.
What did you call it? Delicious?
Delicious.
Yes, there we go. Hey, talk about the fringe shows and doing, a general gig. What's the difference from your perspective as a performer between doing a fringe festival or those kind of festivals compared to getting up on stage and just doing a show that is just you?
A one-off gig. I mean, yeah, I guess. Look, I've only done. I did the Edinburgh Fringe, and that was quite different, I guess, because it is so long. And then I did a solo. I did a one-off gig as well in a Flinders Fringe. I think it's more about. Yeah, I think it is more about the longevity of it, or I guess it's about. Pushing yourself a bit, I guess,
The building the season.
Yeah, it's a completely. I think you're right in sense of the whole energy. It feels a bit of a beast rather than a one-off show. I think I'd still promote a one-off show quite a lot, but I found myself really being quite passionate about making this work and wanting to get people to see it, Yeah. And I think as well when you've got a lot of seats to fill as well, and it's not about. Obviously, you'd want to make that work for yourself, but I think it is this is opportunity as well, and I want to make sure people, I'm excited to show people, and I want people to see this, and I want to give myself the best opportunity for people to see this, and I think, having 5 shows is a great opportunity for people to see it, because one night isn't always going to work for someone.
Yeah.
No, people have got stuff on, and then also in a festival, it's you have the culture of the festival as well, where people go like, oh, I went and saw Bonnie last night. Oh, you should go see it.
Totally.
I went and saw this other show, and I'm just going to duck in afterwards. It's that more community sort of feel.
I think that's the thing that I've always been fascinated about festival, whether it's a comedy festival or a fringe festival. It really is about not just going to see a gig, you're going to see part of the festival.
Totally.
So you're not just one performer doing a show, you're part of a collaborative.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I think that's so true. I think as well, it's quite wonderful that I'll now be able to see other people's shows, and I have a few friends who have shows on as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great, and I think even that in itself is it's that community building as well, and feeling I'll check out your show, you check out mine. There's a bit of camaraderie, and
and that's honestly the biggest thing that I noticed when my first experience doing Melbourne Fringe was a couple of years ago, when our fabulous friend of the show, Cara Siski, was doing her show at Melbourne Fringe, and it was exactly like what you said, of the camaraderie of everything, of a lot of the venues, they've got multiple shows happening in one night, and so you get to know the people who are on before you, the people who are on after you, and you kind of build up that rapport as well, and you want the people who are before and after you to have success in the same way you want yourself to have success, and so it's just this really nice I'm not in it for myself, which I feel like a lot of performance artists are. It's
absolutely.
Yeah. It's a wonderful feeling of realizing that you're not alone doing this thing. Because when you're working, when you're rehearsing and you're working and you do feel like you're alone,
Absolutely.
So it's actually quite nice. Oh God, you're putting on a show as well. It's great. Yeah.
And a little bit of are you going slightly insane?
Yes.
I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not alone.
Yeah, totally. I remember actually in Edinburgh, because it's so long as well, for a month, you do the people you who you have a bit of crossover with, you're seeing them every day for a month. So you do build this hilarious. there's pockets where it's like, oh, yeah, this is our 20 minutes a day that we see each other.
Yeah.
You know, that you have, and it's quite beautiful.
20-minute bestie.
Yeah, absolutely. But then you go, oh, so how was your show? It was good. How many people came this time? Yeah, great. You're checking in with these people every day. It's quite special.
Was that your first show, Little Jazzbird, that you did at Edinburgh? Yeah. So that was the first show that you'd ever kind of conceptualised, or?
Yeah, I guess so. So I did it in a place called Open Studio in Northcote. Vaguely, but then I did it. I guess essentially, to answer your question, yes. It was sorry, I'm just going.
Oh God, those roundabouts exhausted.
So I was like, what have I done? I don't know.
No, I mean, kudos to you. Like, that is brave to be like, this is my first show. Let's go to Edinburgh from.
I know. It's like, quite ridiculous, actually.
No, it's brave. Like, that's iconic because I'd be sweating bullets. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, it was great. I think my dad is very good at just saying you've got to do something. I didn't really have time to like think about if it was a good decision or not. In retrospect, I think at a time I was like, oh God, like I shouldn't be doing this because I've only done a few shows in Melbourne and it feels, false to be going to Edinburgh and doing this. Absolutely, I felt that totally. But I mean, the Fringe is there set up so you can start things out. Yeah. Like that's essentially it's a place where people can test build things and build something, and the earlier you get to do that, the better. Yeah. So it's just using it using it in that way, I guess. And it is, especially for Edinburgh, it's like there's just so many things starting up, there's not, I think that spirit as well is really amazing. It allows people to really, I think it's incredibly important. It allows people to get up and try something new and test something out, not feel like they have to have all this plethora of stuff to, get started, because I think some people wait for that, or it's nothing's ever going to come like that.
Nothing's ever completely finished.
No, totally.
Look, we are going to get more information. We want to know more about you, Bonnie. But in the meantime, we're going to play this Empire of the Sun back.
Let's do it.
Love it. This is Changes. Joy.